there was talk about you possibly having one more. Any more talk about coming back, or you're just done with that?
It never leaves, that itch to fight. I don't know how you feel, Matt, but it never leaves. Every time I'm sitting octagon side watching these guys, part of me is a little bit jealous because I'd love to be in there experiencing that adrenaline rush again. You know, and if the time's right and the opponent's right, then at some point I would step back in there.
Not officially, no, but we've let them know our interest. We've piqued our interest and told them that, yeah, we're ready whenever we've kind of given them a date or a schedule, a time frame when I feel like, yeah, but I'm about like 60% in shape right now. I'm not in shape. I can still fall Costa up in this shape. But yeah, I stay ready. Like you see, we still, all my workouts still get posted. So I just look like I've just been eating and getting fat and lazy. Like, you see my last story on Instagram was like, I did a salted caramel ice cream with Reese's Pieces cornet cone, and I just mashed it up together. And people think, this fat fuck, is this all he does during quarantine? But trust me, I'm in fucking shape. And I can still fuck call a pasta up, whatever his name is. Nah, probably around June, July, August sounds about right. June, July, yeah, but we'll see.
I wanted to ask you about something, and I wanted to know if you can relate to this. I don't know if you saw this story, but mid to late last week, Robert Whitaker came out and spoke for the first time in a very long time, spoke to a local paper down under. And he said that the reason for his absence wasn't because he donated his bone marrow to his daughter or anything like that. He said he burnt out. He hit the wall. He was doing sprints on Christmas Day and just stopped and said, I can't do this anymore. I've been going too much. I lost my belt. I got right back on the treadmill and I just stopped. I hit the wall and I burnt out is the term that he used. And of course, this is a man who has talked about, dealing with depression and whatnot. And I really appreciate him taking the break. Even while there were all these rumors about him and whatnot, he didn't address them. He just came out when he was comfortable saying that I burnt out. As a high-level athlete who has been competing since he was a very young kid, first it was, to get to a good college, and then it was the Olympics, and then it was, fighting and whatnot. Do you sympathize with this? Have you ever experienced something like what Robert Whitaker spoke about?
Yeah, all the time. I think it's always like that. Where people are speaking about you. I think the hardest times for me, and I think this is what happened with Rob. It's right after you lose a fight, right? Because everybody's talking for you. Or anytime you lose something, everybody's talking for you. Everybody's trying to figure out what you're doing, where you're going next. So it's hard to sit away and not say anything. We're very in tune with what's going on. So even when, I've lost 3 times, and every time I lose, I try to take some time to myself to reevaluate, reassess everything, to try to change whatever went wrong to where it doesn't happen again. I'm still aware of what's going on around me. When people start to question, when you win, they're calling you the greatest fighter of all time. But then when you lose, they start to take all those things away as if what you did prior does not matter. So you still have to stay within yourself and not address everybody or address all those allegations going forward. It's very difficult, but I think that's what happened to Rob, right? He gets beat by Izzy. He's back home. He's like, I'm going to start training to go and prove all these people that are saying these things wrong. And then they're talking about him giving bone marrow and his kid being sick and all these other things that just aren't true. Because no one knows what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, right? We're here and then we're gone. So it took a lot of strength for him to do that in the first place. And then, yeah, you can burn out. And it's not just physical burnout. I'm pretty sure Robert was burnt out mentally. I'm pretty sure he was burnt out physically. I'm pretty sure he just needed some time to just breathe, right? And it's good that he can do that, and say, I need time. I need to get back to me. And I think athletes have to do that sometimes. And I'm happy for Robert. This guy has had a difficult, it's been difficult for Rob, to become the champ and stay the champ and go through those wars with Romero and just those fights. And, it's good to see him kind of get back to Robert Whitaker and spend some time with his wife, Sophia?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, spend some time with his wife and their children and just let all this other stuff that in the grand scheme of things don't matter affect you and affect your mental health and everything else. So, yeah, good for Rob.